very quiet.
So we're going to actually ask you a few questions before you get started, if that's okay. Yeah. First up, I need to ask about Dolly Parton. Saw it on Instagram. Were you freaking out?
Yeah, I was internally freaking out. I was trying to be professional. Yeah, in the video, I'm trying to keep my cool, but she just sort of motions me to come closer to her, and I just died inside.
I can't do it. Did you love singing with her?
Yeah, we. So her appearance at the Newport Folk Festival, where my band, the Highwomen, were kind of also making our debut. We were going to be her backing singers, and it was like a super top secret thing that she was coming because Dolly doesn't do a ton of, festivals. So we knew about it for months, and we had been in rehearsals with her last week in Nashville, and she was just so lovely. I actually performed with her earlier this year on the Grammys. So she and I had met and worked together before, but this was a way more intimate setting, and she's just a magical butterfly.
I figured she would be, but I needed to hear it from you.
She for sure is.
We love redesigning women, by the way. Tell us how the Highwomen project came about. I don't know if she's in like a super group now as well.
Thanks. It came about, my bandmate Amanda Shires, she was looking at, the radio chart, and she's not in the commercial country lane like I have been. She's in the more like Americana lane, but she, I think we all have recognized that issue, and we want to, support women and get more of us heard on the radio waves. And so she just was really inspired by the band, the Highwaymen, which was Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, Willie, and Waylon back in the 80s. And she wanted to do a version of that project called the Highwomen. And so we kind of banded together and put a bunch of songs that we had and made a record and kind of released a few things a couple weeks ago, and the response has been really great. I mean, it's just, I feel like great country music, and it's cool to be a part of a collective like that that's all just really badass ladies.
Is Dolly knocking on the door to join the group now?
Well, I mean, she's an honorary Highwoman, whether she likes it or not. No, she was so supportive of us, and just getting to blend harmonies with her on those songs. It's fun to actually finally talk about it because it's just been so secretive the last few months. But we rehearsed last week at RCA Studios, which is where the Highwomen made our record. And Dolly actually recorded "I Will Always Love You" and "Jolene" at RCA. Mm-hmm. And we were all rehearsing there, and she told us that she hadn't been back since she recorded those songs. So it was a really emotional day. Yeah. And just, she still sounds like she did on those records. She just hasn't aged. Her voice is still so pure. So it was an emotional roller coaster of a week.
I would imagine. I just want to start off by saying I'm not a stalker and I'm not stalking you, but I've noticed everything about you is white. Your capo, your guitar, your mic, your stands, your blazers, your heels, your outfit. Again, I'm not stalking you, but I just want to make sure.
Red flag.
What is it?
You're white.
I know. What is it about the color white that is so prominent for you?
It was just sort of the aesthetic for the tour, the world tour. So my guitar, my electric is white, and it just looked really good on stage. You could kind of cast any sort of lighting colors on it, and it would look, really uniform and pretty. And I guess I can't kick it. But in the Highwomen, I have a gold mic, so it's a little more like throwback looking.
You're going to throw me off now.
Yeah. I just I'm a nerd about details like that.
Okay, I have one last question. Is your hot husband here?
No.
No? Okay, just kidding. I know. Sorry, I just had to say it. Everyone agrees, right? Yeah, no. Okay, but honestly, we've noticed that in Nashville lately, there's something in the water. Everyone's having babies. Did you drink the water?
Well, I had 4 cocktails last night, so I don't think so.
Not the water!
I think it's more like the whiskey.
Yeah. Seriously, everybody in Nashville is pregnant and having babies right now. We just talked to Kane Brown yesterday, and his wife is pregnant. So we were like, oh my gosh, there's something in the water.
Maren,
yes.
I know, everyone's going to have their kids in the same preschool.
They must have all got together and said, we're doing this as a pack.
Yeah.
They should make Dolly the nanny.
Huh?
Yes.
They should make Dolly the nanny.
Yes.
Right? I mean, that would be
Should.
great. Who would want
I would
Dolly
love
Parton as
to
their grandma?
do the imagination library thing she does where she
Yeah.
donates a book each month
Right.
until you're 5. I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
She'd be a good godmother.
That's
Fairy
what I'm saying.
godmother.
And those would be some talented kids. You guys
Yes.
ready for some music? Show her some love. Maren Morris.